just the very presence of her showing up, or the impression of her showing up at a Gibson's Donuts, has sparked a huge amount of outrage across the city. That, hey, Gibson's, you shouldn't do this. You're endorsing a candidate that doesn't have the best interests of the majority of the citizens of this city in mind.
Were they really endorsing her, or she just decided to stop by? I mean,
well, that's the debate.
Well, yeah, that's the debate, but the owner says he has the right to serve donuts, and he served donuts to everybody. I mean, so what's the big deal, he says? I mean, we're just serving donuts to human beings. That's the statement he made. What? We can't serve donuts to human beings? Well, who else is he serving them to?
Now, I want you to tell the whole statement he's going to say here. Cause we're about to play it for you guys. If you haven't seen it already.
Yeah, there's a lot of stink going on about this particular incident and what happened. And, they did show up, and a lot of people showed up with them. And, some people say, I tell you what, let's take a listen to this thing, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it some more. We're going to take your phone calls. Facebook Live is up right now. Give us your comments. Take a listen to this that's going on at the donut shop, and or what went on at the donut shop, and we'll be back after this.
Greg, that's right. That owner telling me the last 24 hours have been tough. Some of the messages, some of the interactions on social media has forced them to take down their Twitter and Facebook pages, telling me they've received dozens of angry phone calls. And tonight, the owner here has a message. Don DeWeese, owner of longtime Memphis favorite and nationally recognized Gibson's Donuts.
We are a serve-all business. There's no politics inside the walls at Gibson Donuts.
But that's the opposite of what some saw Election Day, when now Senator-elect Marsha Blackburn had a campaign breakfast at the location.
Let's get to the polls, get people to the polls to vote. Let's have a great day. Thank you. Go, Marsha.
Her breakfast, initially slated for another spot, her staff alerting local media, including WREG, the day before Election Day, the location had been changed to Gibson's. Once pictures and video of Blackburn at Gibson's hit Twitter and Facebook, so did the comments. Scores of people saying they plan to take their business elsewhere. Some of those comments getting hundreds of likes. Some people citing their disgust on Blackburn's stance on a variety of issues, including immigration.
We don't talk politics in here. I will talk about serving our donut customers.
DeWeese sticks to that message and says in the past he's had candidates from both parties stop by and he's welcomed them. He maintains when Blackburn's team called the day before the breakfast, he told them they would not have a reserved table and they would be served on a first-come, first-served basis. Telling a reporter who was at the event that morning he would have done the same thing for Bredesen's team if they would have showed up.
Marsha Blackburn organization says they needed a place to sit down and have donuts and coffee to start their day. And they said they would only be here about 15, 20 minutes. They have 12 to 20 people. They had probably 30, but they said 12 to 20 people. They said they were bringing a cameraman. I assumed that it was a camera, and I didn't know that 4 stations was going to show up.
While we were in Gibson's today, people were waiting in line for a sweet treat. These friends came from Germantown in support of the business after the backlash.
There's no real need for that, but that's why we have a free country.
If you knew what the reaction would be right now, would you let her come back again?
That's a heck of a question, darling. I think, knowing what I know now, I would have to say, we will serve you breakfast, but please don't send out a press release that you're having a campaign stop at Gibson Donuts, because we did not know that. We're very sad that so many people reacted to us serving a human being donuts, and that we would serve their candidate if they came in.
Greg, Stephanie, as you just saw, there are a lot of opinions on this issue tonight again, and as you just saw as well, a lot of people also supporting Gibson's as well. We're live in East Memphis. Shay Arthur, WREG, News Channel 3.
What do you think, folks? First of all, he says, we're a serve all business, and 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. Lines are busy. Keep calling. He says we're a serve all business, and that we let everybody come by. We're not we don't talk politics here.
Then why in the world did you why in the world did you let a politician, because clearly my level's been adjusted like crazy.
Yeah.
And people shouldn't be messing with any of these equalizers and stuff in there. Yeah. They don't know what they're doing.
Right. Okay.
So that's another thing. But nonetheless, if you say you don't talk politics in your business, then why are you letting the politician come in with all their people and talk before the people? So I don't buy it.
Well, I
don't
mean,
buy it
but he's an open shop though. I mean, he's open.
So anybody could just walk in there?
I mean, yeah, with that many people. I guess he knew they were coming. Well, he says he did, and he says he didn't. I mean, but he says that he didn't know they were coming with cameras, and then they show up with the TV cameras and all of this kind of stuff, but, he says they don't talk politics, and, that's just the way it is. His business is open to serve all. So, but what do you think, folks? He don't talk politics, and that group of people he had there, Josh, well, they kind of helped solve some of the problem there. Those people that were there, they said, this is a good place, or whatever they said, that were sitting there at the table. And they were said that, this is ridiculous, or whatever the statement they made concerning those. But, they were from Germantown. They were some of his buddies. Seems, I don't know, maybe they weren't buddies, but anyway, they were there from Germantown, and they were there to, enjoy some donuts, and, but hey, there's a lot of people upset today about what went over in this whole particular situation. And, so he says, well, I don't see he's being facetious to me. I'm just saying. I don't know what you think, but I'm saying, I thought he was being facetious when he made the statement. We were just, I don't know what the big deal is, he says. We were just serving human beings donuts. I mean, why do human beings? I don't know where that came from. What was he meaning by that? We were just serving human beings donuts. Well, who else do you serve donuts? Dogs? Do you serve donuts to aliens? Do you serve donuts to I don't know who else are you serving donuts to? But I think that was a facetious statement. He said, we're just serving human beings donuts. And he says it like, wow, what a big deal they're making out of this. Only human beings are being served donuts. And then, the thing was said that, hey, he normally doesn't dress and put on a shirt and all that kind of stuff, but he did have a particular type of shirt on that day he normally doesn't wear as a part of his attire, when he's there working at the restaurant. So, but, nonetheless, all of that is, I guess, some of the things that some people believe and hearsays and all this kind of stuff. But there were hundreds of people on Facebook and other places that were marking against this because they felt that, number one, he was endorsing the candidate that cared nothing about this area. And then on top of that, they lied about the whole situation. And a lot of people think that they're lying. So what do you think? You think the guy's telling the truth, or you think he's lying? And some people probably say, well, it doesn't matter. Well, some people think a big deal of it, and evidently a lot of people think a big deal of it if they took time to make comments in particular areas concerning this whole story and this whole thing that's gone down.
Definitely.
And so what do you think, folks? You think it's just a big deal? You think it's a nothing? You think it should just go over, blow away? They shouldn't really be this serious about a donut? I mean, come on, folks. It's only donuts.
And I've heard varying opinions on this,
Yeah, but, we're only serving human beings donuts. That's what got to me. I don't understand that. Can somebody explain that to me, please? When you call in today, could you please explain to me what did he mean and why did he say we're only serving human beings donuts? I mean, I'd like to know. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. And, if lines are busy, keep calling. Jeff Sessions is out. Yes. The, former, Attorney General?
Yeah.
Jeff Sessions is gone. He says, folks, I'm leaving because the president told me to leave. He said, fill out your, letter of resignation and I did, and I handed it in. So I'm gone. And, Donald Trump and this whole session about Jeff Sessions, how many of you thought that would last anyway? You know, they started having some problems months ago.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And, so I just didn't feel this whole thing would last as long as I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. So, but anyway, what do you think, folks? 901, Jeff Sessions kind of looked like Johnny Carson from the side. I was looking at that yesterday when he was leaving, he was waving his hand. I said, is that Johnny Carson? But he kind of looked, that's Jeff Sessions.
Here's Jeff.
Yeah. But at any rate, like I said, I was wondering about that whole thing anyway. Let's get ready to go to the phone lines. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. Let me make this statement before I go to the phone line that Donald Trump made yesterday. President Trump made a statement. He says, he will play ball with the Democrats if they agree not to investigate him. He says, I'll play ball with the Democrats if they agree not to investigate me. What does that sound like to you? What does that sound like to you? Let's go to the phone lines. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. Who do we have first?
First we have Jet.
Jet, welcome to the show.
Building.
Good morning on a Thursday. Yes.
Morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Jeff Sessions, Jeffrey Beauregard Sessions,
Yeah.
Mr. Succession. There's probably only white supremacists in the nation that ain't getting along with Donald Trump right now. So
Wow.
that's all I got to say on that one. But other than that, Dunn, I always call him Dunn Gibson. His last name is not Gibson, but he's the owner, Dunn. I got a couple different takes on that, and they may seem contradictory, but if you listen and listen carefully, it's not really contradictory. First of all, I would say I can appreciate Dunn, and I'm going to say Gibson because it'll let people follow along what I'm talking about, Gibson Donuts. I appreciate Dunn Gibson for not how he's handling this, because he is lying, but for the road he's taken to handle this. I'll say that. Because he could just embrace the white supremacy right now. He could make some statements that, those slick dog whistle statements that shows he appreciates the white supremacists.
Right.
Because they would donate him millions of dollars. It's kind of like when a police officer shoots a black kid and goes to trial and he becomes the victim, and then they donate him all his money, gets paid leave and all that. If he would embrace it, oh man, if you look at, they're supporting him now, coming all the way from Germantown, buying extra donuts and this, that, and the other, they're supporting him. But if he would embrace it, man, he'd get an initial kick that would be out of this world. But he's not really embracing it like that, and I can appreciate that. He's not playing. He's intentionally, his intent is not to play politics, and so he's trying not to play it.
So you're saying he's trying to get along?
Yeah, right now he's trying to get along. He ain't trying to use this for extra white donut business or whatever. And
I mean, I would try to get along too if I feel I'm gonna, sell less donuts and hundreds of people are making statements concerning me and what's going on.
And in the end, that's what will happen. He will still sell less donuts because in the end, the white supremacists ain't gonna keep just buying donuts and donating money. So he can either take that $1 million+ and retire, but if he wants his business to run successful, then he has to deal with the 70% black population in the city he's located in. So maybe he's playing the long game there. I don't know, but I can appreciate it because most people, I think, would embrace it. At least wouldn't say as clearly as he's saying he did not endorse her and he is not endorsing her. You know, and I do believe him when he says that if Phil Bredesen had called, he'd have did the same thing. I do believe him. I do believe that if a Ford was running or Dr. Harrison was running and decided to have Donut Gate as his shop, he would have did the same thing because he wants the free press, right? And as a business person, I would have did it. As a business person, Marsha Blackburn could have came and bought donuts at my place. Now she probably wouldn't have liked the feedback I would have publicly given her, but I would have let her come in and host her to come in and eat donuts. I would let her post it on her page.
Okay, so you don't think he knew about her coming?
No, I definitely think that's where he's lying.
Okay.
That's why I say I won't say I agree with how he's handling it because he's lying. I agree with, I appreciate the road he's going down. But no, he's lying. He definitely knew what it was. You can take one look at her page and tell what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Whether she told you cameraman was coming or not. And you wore your best shirt to come take pictures with her. And you may not have endorsed her. And this is the biggest to me with Richard Ransom's statement and his statements and other people's statements calling this boycott silly.
Yeah.
You may not have endorsed her, but when you took the pictures and those signs, it looks like an endorsement to me. People don't pay stars millions of dollars to stand back next to a Tide box on a commercial because it works. When people see you stand next to the Tide box, people want to go buy Tide.
It's an endorsement.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's an endorsement, dude. That's an endorsement. So whether you meant to or not, don't negate the people's protesting because the optics look exactly like an endorsement. So when you call people's pain and disagreement silly, that means you don't give a crap about the people and you're not sensitive to the people's needs and pain, and you don't even care to see it, to check it out.
Yeah, now let me put this out there real quick. Is that Richard Ransom put out there, I know you talked about his tweet, just want to read it to the people in case you didn't know. Richard Ransom, former WREG reporter, now with Local 24. TV guy. So anyway, he puts out there, so Phil Bredesen goes to Interstate Barbecue, no boycott. Bill Lee goes to Another Broken Egg, no boycott. I'm shaking my head over this silly Gibson's Donuts boycott because Marsha Blackburn went there. We should be happy these candidates are giving some free publicity to these local establishments. So we need to be grateful. We need to bow at the feet of Marsha Blackburn because she graced Gibson's with her presence. How dare we get upset at the great Marsha Blackburn for gracing us with her presence.
Come on, guys. What's the big deal?
That's what it sounds like.
Listen, he was only serving human beings donuts.
And that's, and if he looks at it like that, then that's the problem. That's why he needs to be educated. If he looks like it's just serving people donuts, he should have left it at that. He should have just served her donuts.
Well, Jet, I'd like to know.
He wanted to be viewed.
Well, Jet, I'd like to know who else is he serving donuts besides human beings.
I know that's right. I'm just serving human beings donuts.
But why that statement though? Why we just serving human beings donuts? I mean, it sounded like he was angry and facetious about that whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's angry at that money walking out the door.
Yeah.
So the other, but maybe he's saying the people protesting are not really human beings. This woman was a human being, so he served her donuts.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's a bad
animals out here protesting. No, I insinuated that.
Okay.
But when you start making them kind of statements, these are the kind of things that can take on. This is the life that those statements take on.
Yeah.
So you should, if you don't want to be in it, stay out of it and just serve donuts.
Yeah.
Just serve donuts. You're in the donut business, just serve donuts, you know. But but trying to call protest still and all that, that's insensitive. And I wouldn't, and I said it on one of the last night you talked about on the post, I wouldn't have protested just on the basis of it alone, but I would have never talked against those people who are taking the time to protest it. And in fact, I can't say I wouldn't have protested because if most of my people are protesting something, then I'm not going to be going in there buying donuts either.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't say I wouldn't have, but it wasn't my initial thought to protest it. It was just like, to me, par for the course. They all love each other.
Now let me ask you this, Jet. Let me ask you this, because I saw this, and then we're going to get to the other callers here. But last question I'm going to ask you. I saw some posts on Facebook of some other black people, that, some that I know or whatever. And they posted, hey, look, it's a stupid situation. All of these businesses have white people that own them that believe that type of way anyway. Or else, if that was the case, that we boycott all of these businesses, that we wouldn't eat anywhere. So he said, I'm going down there to buy some more donuts now, just because. So what do you think of that attitude?
That's sad. That is sad. So he's going to support them. But I can't even talk about that attitude because that's sick and sad. Just go buy your donuts, but you're going to make a commercial about it? Yeah. You're going to promote it?
That's what I'm saying.
If you ain't involved in it. So why'd you going to fight against the people? Well, okay, you have a reason because Marsha Blackburn's politics to boycott, right? You have a reason there, whether you agree with the politics whether you agree with the boycott or not. But what reason do you have to fight against the boycott? Is there something worse about these people for boycott than there is about Blackburn's politics, right? You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
So what's the reason? And that's the self-hate and the problem that we face anyway, just within ourselves, man.
Well,
I want to pose this to you before I have to go, though.
Yeah.
Looking at it, you see, when people have a problem with us protesting Ransom and people, and I say Ransom because he's a general generic person that most of us like and just dealt with on the news. You know what I'm saying? But when you say stuff like this, you see people a little deeper, and then you try to suspect everybody else in a deeper way, right? So I just pick him because he's more generic. But people like Don Gibson and Ransom and people like that, when you see how they view you protesting over an issue like this, what if the University of Memphis aired their basketball games on a station that promoted political black power cult? Do you think they will be allowed to run their games on that station? But every time the basketball game goes off, that's what I'm subject to. Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, people who I'm subject to Marsha Blackburn daily.
Exactly.
Right? This is a school where all these black players, bringing all this money in from black athletes, they feel comfortable broadcasting their games on that station that tells nothing about me, my politics, or my people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's comfortable, right? And we ain't boycotting them, but if they were on a station that did the opposite for black people, do you think the money people in this city, even the quiet ones that ain't saying nothing now, but the people with all the money, do you think they would sit still and allow the University of Memphis to broadcast their game on that station? Yeah, they're in a 65-70% black city too. Do you think they care?
No. Yeah,
they feel comfortable broadcasting their games on that station.
Yeah, you're right, Jet. And do you think Jerry Lawler was at
yeah, he was at Gibson still.
There, and also, do you think he went down to Donald Trump's meeting, not being a supporter?
Or was he?
Oh yeah,
it was an accident.
He got the same. He got the same politics, so he can't say that was an accident. He got the exact same politics. He's Donald Trump's buddy.
He said
when he ran for mayor, his slogan was similar to Trump's. Actually, it seemed like Trump got his slogan from him.
Yeah,
it wasn't Make America Great Again, but it was something about the city, taking the city back or making the city great again. It was something real close to Donald Trump's slogan. Yeah. So yeah, I just wish Bill Dundee came down there and busted him in the back of his head with his tail.
Oh my God.
That's all I was hoping.
Well, I ain't gonna say what I'm thinking. But,
he probably joined him. But
that's what I was gonna say too.
Hey, I only picked that because I know people. It's relative to Lawler and wrestling. But I would have said Coco Ware or something. But
that's all I was about to say. Or Reggie B. Fine. Yeah.
Reggie B. Fine. Yeah, Reggie B. Snowman. He would love to. But okay.
Definitely Snowman from what I heard. Yeah.
All right, man. We appreciate coming and the phone call.
All right. Appreciate y'all.
All right. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. Let's go back to the phone lines. And who do we have next?
We have, and just a quick reminder, Jet, and I guess we should have brought it up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jet will be back on the radio.
To either tomorrow or the 16th.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get a fine word. Jet, are you listening? Let us know. Again, is that tomorrow or the 16th? Brother Jet at the Early Fun Fab will be back on the air.
On Fridays.
Yes, on Friday. And he'll let us know that for sure. Excuse me. And let's go back to the phone lines. And who do we have?
We have Unforgetful.
Unforgetful, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Thursday.
Bob, good morning to you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it would be a good thing Jack back on there. I love them early morning shows.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. I like to get up around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning every morning.
Oh, good.
That's my routine.
Really?
I think I got it from the military, Bob.
Yeah, that's where you
I hear them hollering and stuff, and I jump out of the bunk. So it's been with me, man. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
There's so much going on in this world and so much going on in this country, especially California issues, another beat down with black students in Baltimore and everything. It's just so much going on, Bob.
Yeah, talking about the situation. I'm glad you brought that up in California last night. It was a mass shooting.
And I wasn't just holler out and stop saying, he always talking about black on black crime and all this stuff. Man, why don't you talk to your people about these mass killings, man? I mean, it's getting to be ridiculous, man. And always white folks killing each other. Now, I'm not going to be throwing in the race card that much because I don't feel it's the right time to do it. I think we need to come together, Bob, because when I look at this situation with Gibson and stuff, I don't understand, I can only go by the man's words, I've been kind of listening to what people say. He's sitting at the table. Next thing you know, we get bum rushed with 4 newspaper coming to his restaurant about the situation with Marsha Blackburn and stuff. And then I was looking at Fox 13, and Ernie was talking to the reporter over there at Gibson on the air, and he said a statement like, make sure you bring us a box of donuts back. And now all of a sudden this stuff blew up. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a game that people playing, because look, I'm a type of person, whoever you vote for, and that is your company, whoever you want there, it's your business.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If the public clientele don't want to shop at your place and you made that mistake, that's on you.
That's the part, Unforgettable. He said he didn't invite him there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Because, I can only take it out of his word what he say.
Yeah.
I'm not no man reader or nothing. The man said this, so let's take it at face value and move on.
Well, do some things on certain issues? Do you have to act necessarily be mind readers, or can you like some people say, read between the lines?
Well,
do you ever read between the lines?
Yes, when they say something to do something else, and the action, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the way I read between the lines.
Okay.
I mean, you lie in my face, say I ain't gonna do this, and next thing you know, you out there in front doing it. So they let me know that you're a liar. Okay.
Okay.
If you manipulate and all kind of stuff like that, that let me know that you're a liar, that you ain't up to no good. Okay. And when that character is to tag on you, and if you walk proudly with it, hey, I'm leaving you alone. I'm through with you. I'm moving on. But in this situation with Gibson and stuff, hey, the man came out and said this. What else? I mean, I only get the news from the news.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not there at the place.
Okay.
I mean, we shoot ourselves in the foot all the time. Now, how many black employees does this man probably have?
Probably one.
Okay, let's say he got one. What about that one employee down there trying to feed his family? And here it is, we're going to all boycott because some doggone Marsha Blackburn, who won? Can y'all get over it? She won. Can you move on?
So okay.
Why are you still hopping on that crap?
So you're saying, irregardless of what people do wrong or what they say that's wrong or what's the word I'm looking for?
Wrong.
Yeah. So it's okay for them, to do and to say anything they want to, irregardless of what it is, but you gotta consider they got people working for them and they're trying to feed their families, so.
No, I'm not saying that, Bob. What I'm saying
is people not to have their opinion and not support the business because, you gotta remember, irregardless of what they do, whether it's good or bad or negative or positive or may have a bad influence on the community, or you find out that they're one way or the other and they're trying to lie about it, but you still support them because they have a family to feed.
No, ma'am. No, sir. Okay. What I'm saying is, look, put it in a nutshell. I make my own bed and I sleep in it.
Okay.
So whatever that man do with his company and stuff, if he feel like he doing something wrong, you know what I'm saying, that's against the public, he need to go to damage control and clean it up and straighten it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no what you saying, opinions about how he run his company, who he invite there, just like the lady with the cake and homosexuality. You know, people saying, you know, they didn't want to make the cake for the homosexual, the two men, and blah, blah, blah. And so the people started losing business. That's on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's on Gibson. But the man came on the radio, or not on the radio, but on the air, you know, saying that, you know, he didn't know nothing about it. And I heard him, and he said he was sitting at the table drinking coffee, and all of a sudden 4 news reporter cameras from all stations came bum rushing his shop. And, you know, he probably knew about they was coming, but he wasn't expecting it to blow up like this. That's the way I'm looking at it. So, you know, I think it's ridiculous because the lady done won and he moving now. It was in the political season. All this happened, a different story. But now the lady done won. It's over with.
It's not about the lady.
What is it about?
It's about the donuts.
Bob, just drop the donut and just use the word nut because that's the way it sounds to me. All this stuff is nutty. Everything that's going on is nutty.
Okay.
And the people, when he talk about machine, not machine, but people acting like people,
yes,
you know, we serve people, I can understand what he say, Bob, because we done got to a society where we basically hear stuff, what you call, spin out from people that say one or two things, words, and then we just take it and run with it. You know, we don't investigate. We getting to be like machines, Bob. We
so a lot of people really didn't listen to this, really listen to it. They just took a couple of words and really just, all of the hundreds of people that made comments, they just took some little word or something and just run with it without any understanding.
Right.
Okay.
That's the kind of society we got because people don't want to investigate. You know, you get high-profile people like on Fox 13 and a couple other newscast people that are around the city, and they say one thing and then they blow up. You know what I'm saying? And basically, some of it don't be true anyway. So you got to get out there and investigate and check things out for yourself what other people are saying. That's the way I look at it.
Okay, Unforgettable, we appreciate the call.
Go Tigers. Bye.
Yes, indeed. All right. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. And if lines are busy, keep going. Yes, Josh.
Yes, I want to throw in one other thing.
Yes.
Since we're talking about this, I want to throw in one quick clip here of another topic, just so you guys can get your comments on this as well.
Yes, hang on to the phone line. Thanks for holding, and we're coming right back to the phone line. And what is that clip?
And the clip is of President Trump and the media.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Gosh.
Now, so it was quite a session. Some people call it a sparring session between the president and members of the media, whether that be CNN or CBS or NBC, whatever you want to say. And it was one of those things where I don't think I've ever seen anything like this other than with Trump in the past.
Yeah.
With presidents. But check it out. I got it coming up now. And this is the president going back and forth with a reporter from CNN and CBS yesterday. So
yeah, just take a look. It's not that long at all. Just take a listen to it. We'll be right back. 901-452-3094 or 324-7490. Lines are busy. Keep calling. Hang on, and we'll be back after. Take a listen.
Well, since it's Jim, I'll let it go. Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. I wanted to challenge you on one of the statements that you made in the tail end of the campaign, in the midterms. That
here we go.
That, well, if you don't mind, Mr. President, that this caravan was an invasion. As you know, Mr.
I consider it to be an invasion.
As you know, Mr. President, the caravan was not an invasion. It's a group of migrants moving up from Central America towards the border with the U.S.
Thank you for telling me that.
Why did you characterize it as such?
As I consider it an invasion, you and I have a difference of opinion.
But do you think that you demonized immigrants in this election to try to keep...
I want them to come into the country, but they have to come in legally. You know, they have to come in, Jim, through a process. I want it to be a process. And I want people to come in, and we need the people.
Your campaign...
Wait. You know why we need the people, don't you? Because we have hundreds of companies moving in. We need the people.
Your campaign had an ad showing migrants climbing over walls and so on.
Well, that's true. But they weren't actors.
They're not going to be doing that.
They weren't actors. Well, no, it's true. Do you think they were actors? They weren't actors. They didn't come from Hollywood. Right. These were people. This was an actual, it happened a few days ago. And
they're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of miles away. That's not an invasion.
Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings would be much better.
If I may ask one other question. Mr. President, if I may ask one other question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President, that's enough. I was going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President.
That's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other question, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have...
I'm not concerned about anything with the Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.
I think that's unfair.
You're a very rude person. The way you treat Sarah Huckabee is horrible. And the way you treat other people are horrible. You shouldn't treat people that way. Go ahead. Go ahead, Peter, go ahead.
In Jim's defense, I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts his butt.
Well, I'm not a big fan of yours either, so
I understand.
To be honest.
So let me ask you a question if I can. You repeatedly said...
You aren't the best.
Mr. President, you repeatedly, over the course of...
Okay, just sit down, please. Well, when you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead.
Mr. President, over the course of the last several days of the campaign.
Okay. Wow. And so there you have it. The president and, his, rants and his whole way of being who he is, Donald Trump. And, so him and the media. And he also says he will play ball with the Democrats if they agree not to investigate him. And also Jim Sessions is out. Jim Sessions. Oh, Jim!
Well, Jeff.
Jeff Sessions, I'm sorry. Jeff Sessions, he says, well.
AKA Johnny Carson, right?
Yes. Look just like it. He says, Jeff Sessions. Yes. No, but the thing about it is he says, hey, I'm out because the president told me to get out. And I wrote him a letter of resignation, so I'm gone. I'm gone, y'all. I'm gone. Wow. Can you imagine? 901-452-3094. His lines are busy. Keep calling.
Let's to make the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh.
Yes. And, probably won't be many going to Gibson today. There'll be a few.
Go to Dunkin's, I guess.
Yeah. They can go to Dunkin's. Dunkin's is not that,
No, they're terrible.
Dunkin's
is terrible. Terrible.
Oh, it's just like somebody cooking biscuits and putting a hole in it.
Yeah, you cutting a hole in the biscuit. That's basically
squeeze the icing on it.
Oh,
gosh. Anyway. All right, let's go to the phone lines. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. Who do we have next?
Next we have Valerie.
Valerie, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Thursday.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
Good. How are you, sir? Ma'am.
I'm good. I just wanted to say Unforgettable really should be ashamed of himself. Because if everybody, especially everybody black, did what he said, we'd still be on the back of the bus.
Wow. Okay, so he should be ashamed of himself for saying that?
He should be ashamed of himself for believing that.
For believing that.
But you ought to have some kind of belief. He's saying that nobody's investigating anything except for him, which sounds like absolute nonsense.
Well, he says he believes the guy. I mean, the only thing you can do is take him at his word. The guy.
You can take him at his actions too.
Okay, actions meaning.
And his actions speak a whole lot louder than his words. Now you have whoever that's your shop. You have whoever you want to in it because it's your shop. But That's my money in my pocket, and I have a right to keep it there.
Now, okay.
What I want to.
Okay, now, saying that and behaving the way you are right now, a lot of people, black people and other people will say, you're ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. But do you think that's what more black people need to do, is start holding their money in their pocket and not spending it with people that don't care about them?
I sure do. Because I don't ask people to do what I do. I don't care what you do, really. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm mistreated at a store, I'm not going back there. If somebody asks me, no, I don't go there. This is why. You do what you want to, but this is why I don't go there.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, we appreciate the call.
Thank you much.
Mm-hmm. All right. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. Let's go back to the phone lines, and who do we have?
We have Daniel.
Daniel, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Thursday.
What's happening? What's going on, Mr. Bob? Doing all right?
Doing good, man. How you doing today?
Good, man. I'm finna walk into this school right quick, so I'm gonna be quick. I know Don, he's assisted me with my business, so all I can say is he probably is about his money, and he's probably supports Marsha Blackburn, so whatever. They got the best donuts in the city, hands down. And I'm a culinary guy. I don't play when it comes to food. And if you know most of these companies, I don't think a lot of these people care like that. I mean, it's business, but I still understand people's position. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I respect people's right to protest, and I respect him to do what he want to do. He got some good ass donuts, and he got a lot of black people working in there. And yeah, the donuts.
Wait a minute. He has a lot of black people working there.
Man, who you think making them donuts in the back? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Don't play with it now. The best food, y'all know what time it is. My brand is the way I do. No, I'm like, I intimately have been there. I know. You know what I'm saying?
I hear where you're coming from.
Yeah, but no, in terms of Trump, man, I'm just putting it like this, man. He's a self-preservationist, and I wouldn't be surprised if he flipped the script completely and really do exactly. That's why people like him so much, because he doesn't really play politics. He just plays what's best for him. And if it looked good for him to cut deals, he'll cut deals. And it's just the fact that I'm never going to behave like that. And I'm glad I was raised to behave more upstanding. And despite differences, I'm able to not lose who I am as a person. And I think more people should benefit from that. But I would love, I'm glad to go into this meeting, but black conservative, I love to hear you justify the behavior of your president all for the sake of what? An economy that's really not even based on real economic principles. It's like the economy we in right now is like all of us got Versace, Gucci, and Ferraris, but we ain't got no savings account. You know what I'm saying? We live in check to check. That's what's going on right now, if you really, really know how to look at economics. But I wish I could listen longer, but I got to go in here, man. But you gentlemen take it easy. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
All right. Thanks, Daniel, for the call.
No problem.
All right. 901-452-3094. Let's take a break right here. We'll be back in just a little bit. Continue to take your phone calls and your comments. And you're listening to Talk Back Live with Bob
and Josh.
It is now 9:02. 2 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock, and a very pleasant good morning to you on a Thursday morning, and starting your day off 48 degrees on the outside, and it is mostly cloudy, and it's going to remain probably that way. We'll do another check of the weather coming up in just a little bit, and you keep it locked right there, and phone lines are open. If they're busy, keep calling 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. You're listening to Talk Back Live with Bob
and Josh.
AM 730.
Time to make the donuts.
Serving Memphis, Tennessee, East Arkansas, and North Mississippi. This is KQPN AM 730, West Memphis, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee. AM 730 SB Nations Radio, your news, talk, sports, and information station. For the best soul food in the Mid-South, it's Shop and Save. 1499 South 3rd, 901-946-4303. Serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and some of the items on their menu consist of catfish, spaghetti, chicken and dressing, turkey wings, meatloaf, fried chicken, cabbage, yams, greens, salmon croquette, and the list goes on. Some of the best soul food you ever taste in the Mid-South, It is Shop and Save. 1499 South 3rd. Call them again at 901-946-4303. Been in business since 1991. Shop and Save. 1499 South 3rd. 901-946-4303 for some of the best soul food you'll ever taste. And welcome back to the show, Talk Back Live with Bob
and Josh.
And it is now 9:06, 6 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock Central Time, and a very pleasant good morning to you on a Thursday morning. Yes, a lovely, wonderful Thursday morning here in the Metro Memphis area, and starting your day off at 48 degrees, cloudy skies on the outside. A check of check on the forecast coming up. With News Channel 3's meteorologist and weather expert, Austin Anick, will be along in just a few minutes with that. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. If those lines are busy, keep calling. And yes.
Just want to remind people of the topics we were talking about. Today, for some of the new people that are coming in now, Gibson's Donuts was the top topic today, with, you know, you guys know, if you have it, then the Marsha Blackburn situation. On election day, Marsha Blackburn shows up at Gibson's Donuts, and it has caused shockwaves throughout the Memphis community, especially people that love Gibson's Donuts. So, with all that being said, she showed up. The city of Memphis was like, oh no, we're not standing for this. They're supporting Marsha Blackburn, who doesn't support the majority of the people in this city, so we're not going to stand for it. We're going to boycott and really never shop at Gibson's again, is what a lot of people are saying. So, with that being said, is that the right thing to do? Is that over the top? Is it necessary to do all of that? Should it even be as big of a deal as it is, or are we just standing up for our rights? So that's one of the topics.
Oh, for your rights. I mean, what standing up for what rights? I mean, you got a donut shop here you're trying to close down. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, your right to not buy donuts from
Gibson.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's one thing, but also, okay, if you clearly see that they're supporting some, and I'm not saying one way or the other, I'm just giving out
we're not trying to close the donut shop down. We're just asking people's opinions on. Yeah, I said that, Josh didn't say that. I said that, but we're not trying to close it down. We're just trying to get your opinion on what you think. Gibson, Don Gibson, the owner of Gibson Donuts, and Marsha Blackburn was there, and he had no knowledge to it, and then, but it was.
No. He had all the knowledge in the world. They called it.
He says he has no knowledge to it, and Unforgivable said we just gotta take him at his word.
No, we don't, because he called the day before. He even said that. Marsha called the day before, said they were gonna come get some donuts. He didn't know. He says he didn't know that all these people would come. He didn't know the media would be there. Evidently, he didn't know Jerry Lawler would be sitting there waiting on Marsha to come in there, just like he was sitting at the Trump convention at South Haven. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so he said he knew they were bringing cameras, but didn't expect the TV cameras to be there like they were. And so, but you had some people that were there, you know, afterwards and says, hey, we come all the way from Germantown to eat here. And but maybe they were his neighbors or friends or relatives. I don't know. Folks, what do you think? 901.
A big deal. Are a lot of people making it too big of a deal?
Yeah, some people say don't make a big deal out of it. And as Unforgivable said, leave it alone. The man has his right to his own opinion. Some people say it's his business. Let him do what he wants to do. It's your thing. It's his thing. Let him do what he want to do. You can't tell him who to serve donuts to. Let's go to the phone lines on that. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. And who do we have next? James, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Thursday.
Hey, how you guys doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing, sir?
I'm straight, man. Hey, look, if he want to, cook up a hot 12, a glaze, fresh donuts for him and Jerry Lawler and Marsha, to get, yum on some donuts. I ain't got no problem with it, man.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If that's what they want to do, they can do what they want to do. He can go out, he can vote for whoever he want to vote for. I didn't vote for Marsha Blackburn, but, if I would have been up in there, I would have went in there and got my 12. I wouldn't want no picture. I don't want to meet her. I just went on about my business, man. I don't see what the big deal is, It's like you can't, people acting like they can control, a donut shop. And then you said black folk need to spend their money with people who care about them. That's what you said, Bob, right?
Well, in some sense of the word, I was just making a statement, but that's, how some people say, well, I was making a statement that most people make. Okay, you need to spend your money to where, black people are. And that's true. I mean, but then I said a few moments ago, it's your thing. I mean, they can serve donuts to who they want to serve there, and it's your thing. You can shop wherever you want to shop.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There'll be some starving black folks out here. Bob, it's a lot of black businesses.
Yeah.
That don't care nothing about black people.
Oh, really?
That's the drip part. I be careful. You really, man, bro, you got black people get shot up in these businesses, man.
Yeah.
Lose their life up in trying to get home, can't even get out of the parking lot.
Right.
Black businesses. People, they got body counts out there.
Wow.
And people on here on Facebook complaining about a donut shop. So like I said, I ain't got no.
So you saying, James, we have much more other things to deal with rather than dealing about this donuts?
Well, I'm saying I do.
Okay.
I have other things that are more important to me. Now, if somebody want to, get a Facebook page or they want to go down there and boycott, that's a free country. I ain't in the way. I'm not trying to stop them. I'm just simply saying, just like Jerry Lawler, as a kid, and I need to emphasize that. As a kid, I enjoyed watching wrestling. When I became a adult, I didn't look at that nonsense.
Oh, man.
That's foolishness. I don't look at that. That's foolishness.
Okay.
Absolute absurdity. Now, I ain't got no problem with him. I've actually met him and seen him. He can vote Republican and I don't care. It don't change. As a kid, I actually enjoyed that nonsense. But, he could, he a man. I'm a man. We have different opinions. I have no problem with them, cooking up a fresh set of donuts and chewing on some donuts, talking about Trump.
Okay.
So, and another thing now, Trump. Trump can clown all he wants to. That stuff he said to that reporter, that's totally wrong, inappropriate. He can talk sideways. It's not him, though. Like I said, that's up to the Senate. Now, if they're never going to say anything about his behavior, he's going to get away with it. So a lot of people, it's not really Trump. That's the Senate.
Okay.
As long as he got the Republicans. And he did not lie. He did not lie. He can abuse his power. He can. If they do it, if he say, hey, I want you to investigate that person, just like McCarthy, I want you to investigate them, him, and him. If they do it, now they're abusing their power, then he's right. But see, it's not supposed to work that way. They're supposed to be independent. Okay. And they're supposed to hold each other in check. The president, that's an independent office in itself. The Senate is independent. The House is independent. And the Supreme Court is supposed to be, it ain't supposed to be partisan. The Supreme Court is supposed to be about the law. It ain't supposed to be about no Democrat, Republican at all. It ain't supposed to be. So, but Trump is probably telling the truth. He's got the power to blackmail people. Don't investigate me. And then we can get some legislation. Now, but make you wonder why he doesn't want to be investigated, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Yeah. So he wants to make a deal.
Yeah, see, it ain't supposed to work that way, though, Bob.
I know.
Well, I mean, this the country we now. Look, I'm American too, right? This the country. Oh yeah, what about the caravan, man? You know, I'm afraid, Bob. I got, you know, I don't want them people coming over my fence. I ain't seen nothing on the news.
Yeah.
Gonna jump in your yard?
But James, they're still a few miles away. I mean, you know,
a few hundred. Yeah.
But he said during the election, they was going to come get us. But now after the election, I ain't heard nothing about it.
They in your kitchen, they in your house.
Well, I mean, you know, yeah, but I understand what you're saying. There's nothing else been said, but you know, but they did put some extra troops down there, and they're fixing up the border. So
because they were lying.
I mean, you know, with the troops.
I bet those troops. I wouldn't be shocked if those troops never make it down there because the election's over now. So you're not going to hear too much about that anymore. I don't think.
Yeah, well, politics is usual, I guess, James.
I thought they were coming to get us.
Yeah, they're invaders.
Yeah, they was out there to go come get us, man. It was like an alien invasion, man. Come get us and so, put us all in captive, you know, kidnap us.
Yeah. So James, I have somebody here on Facebook that's agreeing with you. Greg says, exactly, James. I have been messed over by black-owned businesses way more than non-black-owned businesses. Wow, Greg, way more. Wow, that's not good.
Simply saying, you know, it's all about money. Everybody got an opinion and everybody vote, or just like in your case, Bob, you know, a faith.
Yeah.
You know, people are different, so you can't just say, "Hey, I'm only going to shop if this person votes the way I want them to vote, worships the way I want them to worship, thinks the way I want them to think." I said, you're going to be a hungry person.
Yeah, that's
waiting
true.
for that to happen. That's what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. And this is why we're here to take people's different opinions.
That's all I got, bro.
Greg, James, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I hope not. Okay, all right.
All right, 901-452-3094. Let's go back to the phone lines. And who do we have?
To let the people know, the line that's open right now is 324-7490.
324-7490 is open right now. If you want to call in, 324-7490. And let's go back to the phone lines. And who do we have?
We have Stop Sign on the line.
Stop Sign, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Thursday.
Yeah, good morning, Bob. You know, get ready for the University of Memphis football game Saturday morning at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
You getting ready to go out there and tell?
Okay, but what about our topics first?
Which one?
Okay, if you don't know about them, you don't need to come on holding my phone line up.
Bob, I really appreciate your topic this morning.
Okay.
You know, I'm so glad people in Memphis can hear these black extremist socialists trying to tell us how to run our business.
Whoa. Stop sign. What did you call them?
Black socialist radicals. Just pick out any one of them. That's what they trying to tell us, you know, where we can go shop, where we can't shop, what we can eat and can't. That's the way socialists are, Bob. And these black socialists that's calling this morning are nothing but racist, bigots.
The black socialists.
The worst of the...
So all the people calling this morning are black socialists and racists?
Yes, sir. When they talk about that man in his business, the donut place, this is ridiculous.
Okay.
You know, they can't even go buy gasoline from a black-owned business or a white-owned business in this city. And then they're griping. They think they've got something to say or do to try to put a donut company out of business because they don't agree with it.
Okay, so what do you mean they can't even go buy gasoline from a black-owned gas station or a white-owned business?
They're run and owned by foreigners, Bob.
Oh, okay.
In not only Memphis, but around this country. You know, why don't they gripe and argue about that? They go and spend their money. They talking about spending their money in black-owned businesses. Yeah. You know, if that's the truth, they wouldn't be driving. they'd be taking the bus. You know, it's these black extremists like this, Bob, that just makes my day.
They make your day?
That makes my day. I want people to hear them and see how these black extremist socialists think.
I've never heard of a black extremist. That's the first time I've heard.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. You've been hearing them on your show for years. And, you know, the gall of them to try to put a donut shop out of the business. If you don't want to go over at the Gibson's Donut, don't go. I ordered from my work yesterday, Bob, 8 dozen donuts. We eat donuts all day long, and I had never been to that donut place before in my life.
Really?
Yes, sir. First time I eat those donuts was yesterday. But it's not going to be the last time now.
Okay.
You know, because
all right,
it's just ridiculous, Bob. And these same people who say they don't believe him or and all this stuff, they're the ones that believe Barack Obama went to Jeremiah Wright's church and didn't hear him preach all that hate and bitterness for 20 years. Now they would believe him. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. These black racist bigots.
Okay. So you don't think Gibson, Mr. Gibson, lied about knowing the media was coming?
Well, it really ain't nobody's business.
It's
nobody's business that he the community buys their products, so I think it is a community.
You think he needs to be honest with the public?
It's not nobody's business. People get lied to every day, and people lie every day. It's not nobody's business, Bob.
You don't think the community has a right to know if a place that they frequent lied to them about what they're doing?
No, it's none of their business. If they want to go in there and buy a donut, go in there and buy a donut. But what the owner and the workers do is nobody's business. Okay. Your business, if you want a donut, go in there and get a donut. But it's none of nobody's business.
Well, right? if it's nobody's business, then he had no reason to try to deny the fact that he didn't know about it. So,
how do you know he didn't know about it?
Yeah.
I mean, people are just because he's white, people are saying he's lying, Bob. That's all.
Oh, come on. Stop sign. So you saying that just because he's white, people think he's lying? That means that people would think all white people's a liar.
They're prejudiced toward the white man.
That is not true. Come on. Don't make that statement.
Bob.
Oh, my God.
It's a known fact. Black folks worry about what the white community is doing. If somebody gets shot or killed in the blacks, well, whites do it. You know, they can't live their life without worrying about what the white community is doing. And let me tell you, you black socialist, racist bigots, it's none of your business.
Black socialist, racist bigots.
All right. Okay.
Bob, it's none of their business, Bob. If you have a business, Bob, and you want to have people to come in your business, or you associate with people that other people don't like, it's none of their business.
Okay.
They come in there to eat the food and to sit down and enjoy life.
All right. What do you okay, hey, stop sign. I guess you have nothing to say about your president.
The president, I love the president. He's doing a great job. Listen, people are upset because he's speaking out and protecting himself, sticking up for us. We had George Bush in there for 8 years. The news media run over him every day, and he never criticized him at all. It's a sissy man. And Trump is acting like a real man, and I'm proud of him, and I voted for him.
Yes,
and if people don't like that, it's none of your business.
Okay.
But Unforgivable said something, Bob, I'd like to comment on.
Real quick, we got other people waiting on you.
I'm sorry, Bob. He was talking about the white folks that commit the crime and all. Let me tell you how I feel, how stop sign feel. I don't care whether you white, whether you black. If you commit the crime, you do the time. I'm not going to defend the criminal.
Okay. All right. Stop sign. Well, we thanks for the call. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. Line is available right now. People are trying to get in and letting us know they can, but 901-452-3094 is available right now. Let's go back to the phone lines. And who do we have?
Andrea.
Andrea, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Thursday.
Good morning, Bob. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I hate coming behind him. Jesus. He said he bought some donuts yesterday, so he took a break from smoking crack.
Wait a minute, Andrea. He has a right to buy donuts from
don't nobody care he took a break from smoking crack to go get some donuts. You know he's crazy anyway. Look, let me say this, and I'm not trying to defend, but here's the deal.
Okay.
If you go and get some donuts, you will see him with all types of celebrities and people who are very popular in the state of Tennessee and worldwide. Now, if you during campaigns, you know they stop and get those fast foods and donuts and whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If they decided to stop at his shop, and she turned it into a PR opportunity, which is what I think she did, because according to what one of the workers who works there told me, that they didn't really know they were coming, but they called the news station to let them know, hey, Marsha Blackburn is here. So it's not like he really knew.
Okay.
Somebody called and told the news station.
Okay.
So that man has a right to serve anyone, and the reason why he gave the statement was to let the community know, look, I serve everybody. And I'm not trying to be, there's nothing of a racial matter.
Okay.
But again, it's not like he just truly knew. That man has a right to serve whomever the heck he wants to serve.
True.
But he did the press conference for the community to let them know. It doesn't matter one way or the other how he votes or how you vote. Y'all deal with racist people every day, bigoted people every day, and people who do y'all wrong, and now all of a sudden you want to have a voice, but did you go vote?
Okay.
So how about that? But let me drop something on you. You know, the kid whose name is Jose Ramirez that hit Mr. Roy Gunner up in California.
Say again,
band director.
Say again.
I said the Spanish kid who hit the band director in California, Roy.
Oh yeah.
You know they've got him a GoFundMe page and he's up to $37,000.
The kid.
The kid.
Yep, they have a page for him now?
And $37,000.
Oh. Well, I
guess. And see, this is ridiculous. There's an epidemic going on because yesterday in Baltimore, Maryland, a student hit a teacher who just came back her first day from having cancer surgery and hit her square off in her jaw, and he was not suspended.
I saw that on Facebook. I was wondering when that happened.
It happened yesterday and was not suspended.
It was a woman. Punched a woman right in the face.
And her first day back from having cancer surgery, and he hit her and was not suspended. See, and now you have the National Board of Pediatrics that states that they're going to try to ban spanking. I'm sorry. I don't go on what you say. I go on what the Bible says. I'm not saying beat your kids, but it says spoil the rod, spoil the rod, spare the child. I'm not going on what you all say. But see, that's the issue we're having here. There is no discipline. There is no obedience. There's none of that. None of it whatsoever. And again, my condolences go out to the families in California. Yesterday, Bob, they had a shooter who walked in and killed 12 people, including a deputy.
Right, that happened last night. Yeah.
So see, I'm not trying to be funny, but up under 45, we've had more killings, especially in a group-style setting, than any other president. And he wants to talk about somebody being rude? Really?
Okay.
Now all of a sudden you're upset because you're now being investigated. You're talking about playing ball, dude. We're not at the boardroom for you to make a deal.
Okay.
There is no deal here. It's time for you to go. Somebody he'll play ball with the Democrats.
Yeah,
no,
he says he'll, but I mean, I think politics, Andrea.
It may be politics, but he's treating it like it's a board deal. Well, I'll buy 50% of your company if. No, You're playing with our lives here. No. And I just want to say one more thing, Bob, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
We're complaining. Well, I'm not going to say we're complaining. The majority of people are complaining about the caravan that's coming. And Pastor preached on something last night, and I thought about it this morning. If it were us, Bob, and we wanted better for our children, and we wanted better for us, and to have a life and to go where we could actually be or do something, would you take the chance and risk everything for your freedom? But when they get here, they can do it legally. But when you're trying to get to an asylum so you don't get killed in a country like that, and you come here, give them the opportunity to become legal. But you're telling them to shoot them right there. Isn't that murder?
Okay.
I'm just asking the question.
Okay. All right, Andrea.
All right, Bob, you have a good one.
Thanks for the call.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, 901-452-3094. And let's go back to the phone lines. And who do we have?
Frank.
Frank, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Thursday.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Well, I'm not going to try to be politically correct this morning. I'm just going to try to be a little history correct.
Okay.
You know, the white man do lie. And they constantly lie. You know, that's all they do all the time is lie. You know? So I want that gentleman to let him know that the white man do lie. Been lying all the way down through history.
Well,
you know?
I mean,
and they still lying to hold on to power.
Yeah, well, I mean, but you know, her comments and other people comments on this, you know, he has the right to do what he had to say and do what he do with his own business. And, you know, it's ridiculous, some people say, about, the situation about, Gibson Donuts.
Well,
are we making too big of a deal out of this?
No, we're not. No, we're not, because we live in America. We can voice our opinion. You know, I shop there. If you shop there and buy donuts there, you understand? So everything deal with some kind of issue in a form of life, you know? So the people want to boycott, so what? They want to protest, so what? I see on radio station, they plan to protest AARP, saying don't shop, don't do it, don't deal with them no more because they support the liberal cause. So what? This America. These are kind of issues that we deal with on a daily basis, so get used to it, you know? So I'm used to the white man lying. You know, I'm used to the white man lying that got the black race in the position we in today. You know, the things that we coming out of, civil rights and all the things, they still trying to take our votes away from us, make it hard to vote. The Indian people to vote. This white power. Ain't no black power trying to stop anything. Cause black don't got that kind of power.
Well, I mean, you know, we had one guy here says, they have been messed over by black businesses, black-owned businesses way more than, non-black, owned businesses, so.
Oh, what black-owned business?
I mean, I'm not saying Greg and tell the truth. What I'm saying is, like, in your everyday life, most businesses you go to are going to be white-owned businesses, right? So, just by percentages alone, I don't see how that's possible with the small percentages of black-owned businesses. How can you be done wrong way more in black-owned business than white-owned business?
Well, I mean,
you must not go to Walmart or Family Dollar or Burger King or McDonald's or anywhere.
Well, I mean, maybe he's saying he's been to probably 20 black-owned businesses. And out of those 20, maybe, 15 of the times he's been to out of those businesses, he's not been treated right.
I think
so to him, is the treatment because of the price? Is the treatment because of the price might be higher than the next price? What is the treatment he's talking about?
And it does.
I don't know.
No, I mean, it has happened, but what I'm saying is,
No. I'm responding to, what's his name here?
Yeah.
He says, the treatment.
No, my name is Frank. It's not what you call
I forgot your name. Please forgive me.
Okay.
Please forgive me, Frank.
Are you all right? You all right, black man?
But yeah, I'm just saying, you know, look, I think we take it more personal when it comes to black businesses.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I want to leave stop sign with this. You know, your race do lie and will constantly keep lying because they fear about, you know, losing power. The bracket, and we have to live with it, you know, and I want people to know, people do vote. People vote. I never seen so many people vote this year in my lifetime.
Yeah, a lot of people voted.
Yeah, we just got to pick it up next time. You know, they need to send some buses through the neighborhoods and pick some people up and stuff. You know, these big churches and stuff. They need to pick the, you know, get your church buses out next time and pick some people up. You know what I'm saying? That don't have the rides to get to those polling booths.
Okay.
You know, other than you know serving, charging. I'm gonna leave you with this. This is my last one.
Sir.
Why do churches have things as far as food events and they charge people?
Like what? What do
They
you mean?
charge-
For me, dinners and anniversaries and things like that. I don't know. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because I'm telling you, when you read things in the Bible, it's like then when you deal with man that give you the same scripture reading and the same spirit they feel, but it's hard for them to be like Jesus, man.
You mean churches should, if they're having a special dinner or something, and it's a special type of event, and the church people,
Man, there are church
people that have special events and they pay to go to their special events themselves. So, I mean, it's not that they're just not wanting to give things away free. There's a lot of churches that are doing special times of the year and certain times that they give away food. They do
Bob,
special things. If you call some of the churches and they're not probably, you don't see them out there on the streets handing
honestly,
food out every day.
show.
If you call some churches, I'm pretty sure somebody may be able and they can afford to buy people some food. I don't know, exactly. I wouldn't say that they're not, but anyway.
All these big churches, I never seen them filled up to capacity on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I just amazed me. They got these big old conservative churches. They never be filled up on Sundays.
Okay.
So that show right there, you know what I'm saying? It got to be something else going on.
All right. Hey, man, we appreciate the call. We really appreciate you calling in.
Day.
Frank, thanks for the call. All right. 901-452-3094. And quickly, do we need to take a break or let's go back to the phone lines and who do we have?
We have Black Conservative.
Black Conservative, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Thursday.
This should be interesting.
Good morning. I am the most erudite mind, brilliant thinker, and political philosopher. Listen, let me say to Frank, let me backtrack from Frank to Andrea and to that other caller. First of all, Frank, the fellowship of the saints, the church, is not for you. Don't even worry about what they cook, don't cook, or what they sell or don't sell. It's not, the fellowship of the saints is not for you, Frank. It's not for you. You are to be excommunicated. It's not for you, Frank, unless you want to repent of your sins and believe the gospel. Other than that, it's not for you, Frank. This is not the fellowship of unbelievers or heathens or a sinner. This is the fellowship of the saints, those who have been set apart.
Okay, all right. Well, now,
so let me just make that clear to Frank.
All right.
So don't be worried about what the church is doing because it's not for you.
Okay.
But let me say this here, but Sandria. First of all, Sandria, you contradicted yourself. You said she was talking about spanking. Well, she's not for beating the child. Well, Andrea, the Bible says, beat the child to save his soul.
Black conservative. You're trying you're trying my patience, and you're trying as hard as you can and as much as you can to go around the subject that I've asked people to talk about today, and you're trying and you're trying to do it, you're trying to do it slick. And you're talking about no, we're not talking about spanking. We're talking about our other subject that we talked about, Gibson Donuts, and we talk about Jeff Sessions and the president. But you're trying to be slick and talk about what other people call in and talk about and try not to talk about what we asked you to talk about. You're not that slick. You're not that slick. I've been doing this a long time, okay? All right, so let's get to it. I would love
to talk about the Gibson Donuts.
All right.
Because I've been going to Gibson Donuts, especially when I used to take my son to school. Every morning, me and my son, 2-3 times during the month or so, would go to Gibson Donuts right there on Mount Morale. Mm-hmm. Mount Morale, Mendenhall. They are a very fine place. My daughter had My oldest daughter had wanted to work there when she was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a fine place. Stop sign said it right. This is just extremists. This is just militant people, socialists. People want to just superimpose on somebody else freedom. They sell donuts. You go in there for donuts. They got a variety of donuts. You don't have to deal with nothing else. That's it. I go in there and buy my donuts, maybe have some orange juice or whatever, milk, and have my donuts, and then I leave. I don't go in there to protest. What is wrong with you all people? That's why the president, that press conference, CNN, that corrupt news network, that reporter was out of line, y'all. He was out of line. Okay. You got to respect the office of the President of the United States. Y'all want the President to tone it down? He's going to ask a question, Mr. President, what about the Russia indictment? What about Russia collusion? First of all, y'all, there ain't no Russia. There never exists any Russia collusion. That's something that Democrats made up, a false dossier. Okay. That's a bunch of crap that they made. It don't exist. And CNN, they come there all the time to try to hijack the press conference. I watch them all the time. And one reporter after another asking the same old question, the same different way. What about Russia? What about this? I'm so sick and tired of this Russia stuff. It's been 2 years. It don't exist.
Oh, okay, that's your opinion, and you have a right to your opinion.
Bob, the dossier was false. Fusion GPS was false. You had the FBI with their trying to undermine this president and blackmail a sitting president and rig an election. If anybody rigged an election, it was the DNC, Democrats, and crooked Hillary. She paid money for the false dossier.
Look, where are you hearing this stuff? First of all, look, I just feel like you're just making up stuff. Unless you listen to
why would I be making up stuff, Josh? I ain't got to make up nothing, Josh. You can get the same information I'm getting. The dossier.
Yeah, I'm sure Rush Limbaugh and Hannity got this stuff.
I'm older than Sean Hannity. I don't need to get nothing from him.
But that doesn't mean anything. It sounds like to me and others that you sit down and listen to the show and record it. No. Sit down and listen to the show. You record every show and then you sit there for 3 or 4 hours and listen to the show over and over until you memorize something or write some notes down. And then you want to call here and talk about some things that they talk about, for us to think that you know this stuff.
I think that you and Josh, need to check in somewhere because Rush and Hannity is in y'all psyche. Y'all can't get these. They so deep in y'all head. Get them out y'all head.
Trust me, they ain't nowhere up in my head, bro.
Not at all. Let me say this here real quick, then I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
about the caravan.
You
talk about the caravan. I'm gonna say this real quick about the caravan. Number one, we got the hypocrisy in the media. The media never talk about the American families who ripped apart from their children because of illegal criminals. They have committed almost 400 child rapes. 400 child rapes a month by illegal, Bob. And you think, why you think we don't want this? Let me ask a question, Bob. 170,000 Americans being killed by illegals. I want to ask Frank the question, Andrea the question, and the other folks the question. How come it wasn't one of y'all family members that got killed? Can y'all even answer why it wasn't one? Okay. I'm finna tell you why. The reason I say
hurry up, we got other callers.
The reason I asked that, Bob, you remember when the Galileans was worshiping God in the temple?
Sir, go ahead on with your statement and your last statement real quick.
Bob, if you let me. And they came in and slaughtered those devout Jews who were worshiping God, and disciples said to Jesus, Lord, why this happened? Why these devout people worshiping God? Why this happened to them? And Jesus said to his disciples, except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish. Okay. It's just the grace of God that it didn't happen to one of your family members. That's the only reason out of that 160-something thousand that Americans been killed and raped and murdered hasn't happened to you or me. It's by God's grace.
Okay. All right.
So the caravan needs to go back. They ain't coming through. The military there. And I want to say Happy Veteran Day is coming up, Veteran Day.
All right, Black Conservative. Your buddy was on earlier, the white conservative, stop sign.
He did a great job.
Stop
sign did a great job, Bob. You need to give him more.
I don't know. A lot of times he made a statement. Black socialist, racist, bigots.
They
That's
are
what
black
okay.
Bob, all your callers are black racists.
Yeah, okay, I don't think that's not the case. All right,
Bob,
Black Conservative.
That can be proven.
Black Conservative, you have a good day.
I approve this message.
Yeah, I bet you do. All right, 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. That video is awful. I mean, this is crazy. But anyway, all right, let's go back to the phone lines. And who do we have?
We have Greg.
Greg, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Thursday.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you all?
Doing great. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Good.
Look here. Black confusion, man, that statistic or whatever you inflated the number, but that's already been debunked about the amount of illegals that have killed, the amount of Americans been killed by illegals. That's already been debunked.
It has been debunked.
Several times, and it wasn't even no 170,000. that number, it was in the 60-some thousand, and that's already been debunked. So, man, just, whatever. Anyway, so the whole thing with the Gibson Donuts. Okay. So, what are they protesting? What's the protest for? Exactly.
Well, I don't know. I don't think the protest is about, I don't think there's a protest. I think people just disagree with,
no, they're saying they don't want to go to
I guess that's a protest. But, people are having their own.
What would be the grounds of a boycott? I mean, you have the right to boycott anything, and everything.
Yeah.
But at least have it to have some substance to it. What's the point?
Okay, so you don't see
what
the point.
What are you trying to attain?
You don't see a point in it, do you?
I really don't. Okay, let me ask you this.
All right.
Now, I frequent several black businesses throughout the day doing my job, right? Not working for them, just going there to patronize, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
I haven't seen one single black business supporting either candidate, Democrat or Republican. I've seen no signs, no banners, no stickers.
Okay.
And not even, and next to no businesses. So, are the black businesses scared to support their candidates as well? Are they scared? I mean, are they trying to keep that secret? And if they are, why would they? Business, right?
Yeah,
business. They don't care where their money comes from. Well, same way with Gibson. I mean, why should he care where his money comes from? Why should we care who he supports? Now, if he was around there, having, KKK flyers, then perhaps, maybe they need to be boycotted then. But, I mean, if he supported Marsha Blackburn, so what?
Yeah.
I mean, if you like his business, he gives you good customer service, as long as he doesn't treat you wrong, I don't see what the problem is.
I guess what some people are saying, Greg, and, is that, the man lied about, not knowing that they were coming and he wasn't supporting and all that kind of stuff.
But listening to him talk, I'm not sure he was saying he didn't know they were coming. He was saying, it sounded like to me, he was saying he didn't know to the depth of what was going to be happening.
Yeah. So you don't think he knew about it, and then you don't think he had anything to do with it at all. That's your
my
comment.
opinion is I don't care.
Yes, sir. Your opinion is you don't care. Okay.
I don't care. One way, I don't go to Gibson.
Okay.
So, and secondly, like I said, his desire to support whatever candidate doesn't make him a good or bad person.